Legion. Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today with an early review of an upcoming film coming out later next month called The Second Age of Aquarius. What happened was, I was given a screener for the film, and because I was interested in reviewing it and stuff like that, which is very kind of the director Stacy. And yeah, so I'm gonna review it right now. What this revolves around is this computer programmer played by Christina Calf, otherwise known as Burp Girl. She's my good friend. I've known her for a long time. Christina is awesome. So excited to see another movie with her in it. You know what I mean? And she plays this girl named Alberta, right? And who's a computer programmer. And what happens is she goes ahead and she creates an avatar for a former 60s slash 70s idol that passed away at age 27, joined at 27 Club, right? Who got electrocuted by his microphone at a concert. Name was Russell Aquarius, and the band was Aquarius. That's why title is Second Age of Aquarius, right? Well, she creates this avatar, and she puts like a little stamp on his foot of A right there, not for her name Alberta, not Albatross, Alberta. And then she activated something like that, and he comes to life. All of a sudden, he's in bed next to her. After she sleeps, she wakes up. He's in bed next to her, and they fool around a lot. And then, but he's a lot of times he can also be kind of a jerk to her, right? And like saying, "Woman, get me some food." I mean, once she gets over the shock of him being there, right? And and the one thing about Alberta, she can't swear, right? So I mean, as first of all, as a Alberta kid, I didn't know if this was going in a PG-13 direction or not, right? And she was like saying like stuff like instead of saying the S word, she'd say shingle or son of a sea biscuit. I don't know. I can't. She didn't say son of a. She said something like that. Or kiss my arse. Now, in that way, I consider it to be the British way of swearing and saying a word, right? Now, I wonder if she didn't swear but said shiza, which is German for the S word. If that would count too, I don't know. Well, anyways, this guy comes to life and she's freaked out. He's like, "Hey, what's going on, baby cakes?" or something. You know what I mean? He's real laid back, right? And so I mean, she shows him. She's trying to teach him some of the stuff uh, that's been going on, and he's been passed away for a long, long time, right? And he didn't really understand, and then he said like his her nana was a big fan of his band Aquarius, right? And that's how they bonded, her and her nana, right? And and he said, "Oh, that's cool." And then all of a sudden, but the thing is, he's kind of rude to her, right? He's saying stuff like, "Get me some drinks," or like, being like, "Go get me this," or "Go get me that." And at first, I didn't know the direction the movie was going. I thought it was be like a never meet your heroes type thing, because sometimes it'd be jerks. But he did act like a jerk some of the time. And as the movie goes on, it just talks about their relationship and stuff. It's usually just set in an apartment building, right? And it's set in an apartment building, and which is fine. I mean, a lot of movies, sometimes a lot of there are movies that just focus on one location. Saw was pretty much in that one room, except for like stuff that happened outside of it. But now what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I mean, it's in a train. They're in a apartment, but it goes about talking about their, I mean, them, they fool around and stuff like that. There's no nudistry. And I didn't know if it was going to go a PG-13 rating, and then uh, that one guy, Michael Urso, who played Russell Aquarius, said the F word. So, but I know Christina for a long time. She's my good friend, and you know, you just wonder what's going on, just being rude and stuff, right? But I mean, he did a great job too. All the actors and actresses did a great job. And oh, I'm losing my train of thought. Yeah, I mean, eventually, I mean, he would. Eventually, she actually shows them the video of him being electrocuted. I guess it was filmed and put on YouTube. I mean, later on when the YouTube was, and he freaked out, right? And then, I mean, it kind of much just revolves around them and their relationship for a little bit. And I mean, I love the movie, but I will say it did drag a little bit, a little bit. And then there was conflict. I mean, stuff that happened, like him being pixelated, not like the Three Stooges. I mean, Little Rascal saying pixelated being drunk. No, pixelated, like, pixels and stuff. He's breaking up. He's breaking up, Jim. They're breaking up. And, they were pixelated. And then, like, she also found that he was doing that too. And she had to use the laptop to try to help him out, right? And she works for this computer company, and they actually think that that was their creation, but she actually created him on her own time because she was a fan of the singer, right? And that's how, like I said, that's how our grandmother and her bonded through him. And there's a great photo at the beginning with the grandmother giving like double devil horns, which was really cool in sunglasses. That was cool. I like that. Anyway, something happened. She was gone, and she works in an office upstairs. She doesn't really leave. Well, she's agoraphobe. She doesn't actually leave the house. Something happens, and the computer. I mean, one of the guys actually suspect that he was created through company time, right? He actually takes the tricks the guy takes the computer, but all this is done off camera, right? Oh, that thing about him getting shocked by for all off camera, and what else was there? Yeah, I mean, then Christina said, "What'd you do?" And he said, "Well, this guy came and said he's going to repair a computer, so he gave us a replacement one." And I said, "No, that's Hugo from that computer company that she works for." Anyway, I said, "Oh man, I gotta get back, my agoraphobic. I don't know how to leave the house." And then he can't leave the house because whenever he opens the door, he gets pixelated. And like I said, it's not mean drunk. Commander Low Rouse said, "Yeah, he's all pixelated." This guy was drunk. Well, anyways, she can't leave the house. She's agoraphobic. So she reaches inside and finally she's able to leave the house, right? And then all of a sudden they cut away. They come back. He's sleeping. She comes back with a computer and there was a gash on her. There's a little bit of blood. I mean, it's not violent film, a little bit of blood. I mean, one could consider it dragged a little bit in places, but not that much. And the other thing was, I mean, some stuff happened off camera. I would like to see what happened, right? And how she got the computer back or something. I mean, she had a gash in her head. I mean, that's left to the. Well, I mean, that's not showing left to imagination, but that's all right, I guess. Anyways, so she got. I mean, so thereafter though, because she got the computer back, and then they do FaceTime. And he said, "What's FaceTime?" And they talk to his old agent, Sid Greenblatt, Greenblatt, Greenblatt. Yeah, played by Martin Olson, and he did a great job on it. Like, cause while he called him and say, "Hey, sit there. Who's let me adjust my hearing aid. Who's talking here?" And he said, "It's me." And he couldn't believe it. And then I think he sang a song or something to him. And he said, "Oh man, it's you, it's you, it's you." And then they went to FaceTime me, and then I mean, he comes over and they talk and stuff. And a whole bunch of other stuff happens. I don't want to give no spoilers because that drives me nuts. Why would you watch a spoiler review? I mean, one of the biggest mistakes of my life was for my birthday. I think I was in seventh grade. For my birthday, they took me to see Raiders of the Lost Ark. The night before, 2 nights before, I actually watched the making of the Raiders of the Lost documentary on CBS. It ruined everything, except that boulder. If you see the boulder coming down chasing Harrison Ford in the street, it looks a lot more present than it does on TV. So I mean, no spoilers. I don't understand the whole spoilers thing, anyways, unless it gets me views. But no, I don't understand it. Anyways, a whole bunch of other stuff happens. You see more people, more characters. That's the one thing. I mean, for most of it, it's just Christina and the Russell Aquarius guy, and the acting is, and then I mean, there's more people. I mean, it makes a little more, it gives a little more depth, right? But it was still really good, right? But I mean, the humor started getting really bizarre. Whoops, is it still recording? Okay. The humor started getting really bizarre during the last 20 minutes or 25 minutes. And I really enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun. Um, I mean, the movie really picked up and it ended. And then it actually had a little bit of, no, I mean, I actually have felt a little bit of like a little choked up a little bit towards it. I mean, it was really good. And I tell you what, Christina Calf nailed it. She did an amazing, amazing job. She was absolutely fantastic. Uh, like I said, she should be in more movies and stuff. She's fantastic. I think the director did a great job. I think all the other actors and stuff did an awesome job, you know. And I think they're the first full length movie I reviewed from Christina. I mean, I remember she did that Burp Girl versus Barf Man or what is the name of that short film. That was good too. I like that too. But I mean, most of my view and she was on my live too. I mean, I have famous people on my life. Now, Laura Aguinaga is famous. I'm friends with, but she's not had been on my life. But I had Christina Calf on there, Burp Girl on there. I had Rodney Allen Rippey in the chat. I had Seth Opal, who was once married to Phil Anselmo from Pantera, in my chat too. So I give this movie an 8. I really enjoyed it. So until next time, everybody, please take care, Malik. I give this a 8 out of 10. Hope y'all like the review, everybody.